Hello everyone, OG here. This video isn't a silver price update. It's not a prediction about the spot. This one is different, and I need you to watch this very carefully until the end, because there is something critical I need to share with you. If you are new to this channel, or even new to the precious metals space, understand something first. Silver investing is not just about buying coins and waiting. It comes with noise. It comes with confusion. It comes with a flood of conflicting information. Who do you trust? Which analysis is accurate? How do you separate signal from noise? Is the information real? Is it exaggerated? Is someone trying to manipulate you? Is someone trying to pump narratives? These questions are normal. The confusion is normal. Some of that confusion is organic. Some of it is manufactured. And some of it is simply the result of people following the wrong sources. And that's exactly why this moment matters. Over the past several days, across multiple podcast appearances and interviews, Andy Schectman, the president of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Investments, publicly mentioned this channel, OG JOHN X.X, not once, not in passing, but multiple times. He said that among all the channels covering precious metals, this one stands out. He said our analysis is accurate, and more importantly, he said that we were discussing critical market dynamics long before most of the industry even understood what was happening. Think about that carefully. We were analyzing supply chain pressure, refinery bottlenecks, delivery constraints, market structure issues, before it became common knowledge, before it became industry discussion, before it became mainstream narrative. That is not coincidence. That is not guessing. That is research, discipline, and proper analysis. That is the result of hard work, deep investigation, and the right frameworks to make this channel not just another voice in the space, but a credible source of intelligence. And I want to make something very clear here. This is not about ego. This is not me saying, look at what we accomplished. This is about what happens when credibility gets recognized publicly. When someone at that level, someone who has been in this industry for decades, someone who has seen every cycle, every manipulation, every narrative shift, when someone like that publicly acknowledges your analysis as ahead of the curve, that means something. It validates methodology. It validates approach. It validates the trust you have built. But it also changes the game. It changes how people perceive you. It changes the expectations placed on you. And it changes the type of attention you start receiving. Because when I started this channel talking about silver and gold, nobody really paid attention. With time, this community grew into one of the most engaged on YouTube. But when you are growing, people notice. When you become influential, people study you. And when you reach a certain level, people try to exploit you. And that's what this video is really about. As Andy also mentioned in those podcasts, there is a massive amount of misinformation spreading across this space. There are channels that push panic because panic generates views. There are channels that exaggerate shortages because fear sells. There are channels that manufacture urgency to drive traffic. And even worse, there are channels and so-called experts who use fear tactics to manipulate people into making bad decisions. This space has always had noise, but recently the tactics have become more sophisticated. Many of you remember previous videos where I talked about shadow bans, about algorithm suppression, about how channels like ours face pressure when they grow too fast, or say things that challenge certain narratives. In those videos, I hinted at something else, something beyond just platform pressure, impersonation. Let me be direct with you. I genuinely do not care if someone watches our content and creates their own version. I don't care if someone uses similar visual styles. I don't care if someone covers the same topics after we post. Competition exists. Inspiration exists. That is normal in any space. But what has changed recently is not competition. It's deception. There are now channels using my exact name, my visuals, my branding, my style, creating content that spreads narratives completely opposite to what we stand for. Some of them are promoting things I would never endorse. Some are selling products I would never recommend. Some are telling people to take actions that contradict everything this channel represents. That is not competition. That is fraud. And this is where I need your attention and your help. But before I explain that, understand why this is happening now. When I say that OG JOHN X.X is the source, and without this channel, many of these copycats would have nothing to copy, I mean it literally. Our price analysis, our news coverage, our sources, our timing, our frameworks have been consistently accurate, and millions of people have benefited from that accuracy. But without this foundation, without this standard, the quality collapses. And I will tell you exactly why. Because when you become the primary source, the attacks escalate. Previously, copycats would just take ideas and repackage them on their own platforms. Now, the strategy is more aggressive and more dangerous. They are creating fake accounts pretending to be this channel. They are messaging subscribers directly. They are commenting under videos using similar names. They are creating intentional confusion. That is extremely dangerous because in the precious metals space, trust is everything. When someone manipulates that trust even slightly, it can cause real financial harm to real people. And that is completely unacceptable. Now let me make something absolutely crystal clear so there is zero confusion moving forward. This is the only official channel where I post content under the name JOHN X.X. I do have a backup channel, but that backup exists for one reason only. If this main channel is ever deleted or compromised, that backup will activate. That backup channel is not currently active. It is not used for parallel uploads. It is not used for exclusive content. It is not used for early releases. It exists purely as insurance. Apart from this main channel, we do not post from any other YouTube account. We do not operate secondary channels. We do not run private channels. Yet recently dozens of you have reached out saying you were contacted by profiles using my name and branding. Some of you were told to buy specific products. Some of you were asked to join private Telegram groups. Some were pitched exclusive investment opportunities. Some were asked to send personal information. Let me say this as clearly as possible. If it is not posted on this channel with the handle JOHN X.X, it is not me. If it is not stated by me directly in a video on this channel, it is not endorsed. If it is not linked in the official description of this channel, it is not legitimate. We have only one official business email for sponsorships, partnerships, and business inquiries. That email is team.ogjohn.xx@gmail.com. That is the only email used for any official communication. Many of you thought you were communicating with our team, when in reality, you were talking to scammers using fake email addresses with slight variations. We do not use Telegram for any communication. We do not use WhatsApp groups. We do not use random Gmail variations. We do not cold message subscribers ever. We do not ask you for money under any circumstance. That is why I constantly emphasize research, independent thinking, verification, and critical analysis. My goal is not to create followers. My goal is to create informed, intelligent, independent thinkers who cannot be manipulated by anyone, including me. This is the mission of this channel. This is what separates us, and this is what I will continue to prioritize. If someone contacts you pretending to be from JOHN X.X outside of that official email, it is a scam. Block them, report them, warn others. Now think about why this matters on a deeper level. When a channel is small, scammers ignore it because there is nothing to exploit. When a channel builds credibility and influence, scammers try to hijack that credibility for their own profit. That is exactly what is happening right now, and this is where you become critical to this mission. If you see a channel using my name and branding but pushing different narratives, report it immediately. If you see comments pretending to be me asking you to contact another platform, report it. If you see fake accounts replying to you claiming to represent this channel, report them without hesitation. You are not just viewers. You are the first line of defense. You are the firewall protecting this community. Now let's talk about something deeper. Why does Andy Schectman's acknowledgement matter so much? It wasn't just that he said we were legitimate. It wasn't just that he mentioned we were early on identifying refinery stress and delivery bottlenecks. It was that he publicly acknowledged that independent analysis, even from a channel like ours, can be more accurate and more timely than traditional industry voices. That is a significant shift. For years, people said YouTube channels can't be trusted. They said independent creators lack credibility. They said if there isn't institutional backing, there isn't real authority. And yet, when a veteran with decades of experience in this industry openly states that this channel was ahead of the curve, that changes everything. It validates research over reputation. It validates data over brand recognition. It validates logic over theatrics. It validates substance over style. But here's the reality. The more credibility you gain, the more people try to weaponize your name. Some channels spread panic because panic generates engagement. Some push extreme narratives because extremes drive clicks and subscriptions. We have never built this channel on hype. We have built it on logic, on verifiable analysis, on measured interpretation of data. Invest with logic, not hype, is not just a slogan. It is the foundational principle of everything we do. When we talked about refinery capacity issues, we didn't scream collapse. We didn't scream emergency. We said watch the structural pressure, watch the delivery timelines, watch the supply chain signals. That approach is different. And because we were measured, we were accurate. Because we were disciplined, we were early. That is the difference between noise and intelligence. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of the fake channels are not just copying content. They are deliberately twisting analysis to serve agendas that contradict everything we represent. They are using the trust associated with this name to promote narratives designed to manipulate people. That doesn't just damage individuals, it damages the credibility of this entire space. And this is exactly why I need you to watch this video carefully and share it widely. We can either allow this growth to be undermined by impersonation and misinformation, or we can tighten the defenses and make this community even stronger. Here's how you protect yourself and this community. Before trusting any video claiming to be from this channel, verify the handle. It must be exactly OG JOHN XX, not a variation, not a similar spelling, not extra characters. Exact match. Before believing any announcement or claim, check our official social media accounts. Every upload is announced there at the time of posting. If a video appears claiming to be from us but there is no corresponding announcement on our verified social accounts, it is fake. Before responding to any business inquiry or communication, verify the email address character by character. Only team.ogjohn.xx@gmail.com is legitimate. These 3 steps eliminate almost all risk. And I want to say something directly to the people running these fake channels. Yes, I know you are watching this. You always do. Go ahead. Copy this video too. Copy the warning. Copy the instructions. Because the more you try to impersonate, the more you expose the fact that you are not the original. The source does not hide. The source does not steal. The source creates first. To everyone in this community, I am deeply grateful for the trust, the engagement, the support, and the intelligence you bring to this space. This community is stronger because of your active participation. I appreciate every comment, every like, every share, and how seriously you take this mission. For those who are new here, I strongly encourage experienced members to help guide them, to share knowledge, to answer questions, because we only succeed when everyone succeeds. On that note, I will sign off. Invest with logic, not hype. OG is out.